So one of my favorite things about game development is all the fun and interesting bugs that you run into. So I've been working on implementing weapon pickup and weapon swinging, which has been sort of a huge pain. Um, but and the reason for that is because I wanted it so that the weapon would switch sides correctly when you change direction. And that turns out to be a bit of a challenge. Um, anyway, so it's sort of working now. And if you click, he raises the weapon and he swings it back down. And over here, you can see if you hit the slime, then it does it actually does some amount of damage proportional to how much physics you're to how hard you're actually hitting it. Um, So you can see here it does it does a little bit of damage, or it does 15 damage or whatever. What it does is it just takes the amount of force that you hit it with and takes the magnitude of that vector and just converts it straight to an integer. And if you do more than 5 damage, it decrements that by 5. And if you do less than 5 damage, then it just counts it as 0. So that sort of reduces the noise a bit. And ensures that you actually have to hit it reasonably hard to cause damage. You can't just tap it and hurt it. Um, anyway, so I've discovered. No, I don't. He's not. Weapon is not quite the right height. I've discovered that you can actually do more damage by ramming him, which I thought was pretty funny. So you can see there's half a dozen like in the 30s and 50s and 60s, versus if you just whack them, it does significantly less. I seem to have lost my weapon. So when he changes directions, he doesn't really set the angle correctly the first time, and also the weapon has started dragging on the ground, which is a bit problematic. So if you just hit him, it does 15 damage, 15, sometimes 25. But if you ram him, then it does a lot more than that, and I just find that hilarious. So I'm going to work on fixing that, and maybe I'll get little damage bubbles to show up. And then they'll be the first enemy you can vanquish.